Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Get ready to rumble!
Pump up the jam, yo, pump it up, yo, pump it.
Y'all ready for this?
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. Move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. Give it up, go.
Welcome to the big show. Simply wait.
Pump up the jam, pump it up while your feet are stumping. And the jam is pumping. Look ahead, the crowd is jumping. Pump it up a little more, get the party going on the dance floor. See, 'cause that's where the party's at, and you find out if you do that. I want a place to stay. Get your booty on the floor tonight, make my day. I want a place to stay. Get your booty on the floor tonight, make my day. Pump up the jam, pump up the jam, pump up the jam, pump up the jam, pump it up,
At the 25, breaks a couple of tackles. Headlock at go! Headlock at go! He could go all the way!
Hey, you, get out of our way because today is the day we will put you away.
It's fun to stay in the YMCA. It's fun to stay in the YMCA. They have everything for your men to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys.
Let's get ready to rumble! Get ready to rumble!
pump up the jam, yo, pump it up, yo, pump it.
Aggressive, be aggressive.
Simply en fuego.
What? Sorry, just quickly.
I just came to say hello.
What's up? How y'all doing? Hopefully you guys had a good morning so far. I haven't traded or looked at really too much charting. I was gone all morning, gave the morning alerts out to you guys, and then I had the one-on-one, and then took a little break out of the office, and so back at it. See if we can't maybe find some good setups here at lunch. Spy got that good crack-a-lack after I got out of the one-on-one. I just kind of stuck around for a couple minutes, and then boom, right after I left, finally got one of the bigger moves of the day across the market. Spy cracks down about 3.5, or I should say $2.50, down to 43.50, 40 area. A lot of the plays here you can see got that good crack-a-lack on down with it. So there was a good move there for Spy. Of course, anything across the board there. Right before lunch started, so that was a pretty good lunch play. I mean, you can see here we got good cracks across the board. Doesn't matter what you looked at or traded. And a lot of these plays were pretty, let's say some of them, not a lot, but some of these plays were pretty gross and ugly. Like that's ugly. That's fugly right there. But then we just get a crack across the board and everything just comes on down. So we have this still going on where we're getting, you know, some plays are better than others. You can tell they're Tesla, great short NATO. Good one right there, SMCI. So some are better than others, and that's what we got. We're still getting that movement across the board where plays are moving together, and You get in the right play, the right setup, then you get everything else to crack with it. You're just money pants. It's money. What's up, though, Tay? How we doing? How we doing, Tay? Reese, King Lion, Cisco, Cousin Greg. How we doing today? Beautiful peeps. Reese, good dip buy for Spy here. I would be careful. I'd go to yesterday's low of day if I was going for a dip buy. That's my ultimate low of day, is yesterday's low of day. You see a lot of bounces off of previous lows and rejection off of previous highs. I would go with yesterday's low of day if I'm going for a dip buy. I was wondering where you went, AK. King Lion, King Lion, I emailed you, boss. King Lion, I sent you an email. I sent you an email. If your email is cd@aboutmybiz.gmail, whatever. It says Lion your name. But I sent you an email, boss, on Friday at lunch, actually, and never heard back from you. So I've kind of been waiting to reschedule everyone else because I emailed you and the next person and haven't heard from either one of you. And I'm like, well, like, is that guys? Did you see? Y'all just throwing out random emails on my website? Yeah, I emailed you Friday. I emailed you Friday. I told you I was going to. I stick to my word. Man, worked them arms out yesterday. Damn. Feeling the guns today. Morning, mate. How you doing, Aussie? How you doing, beautiful? Would have hit me. Oh no, yeah, I don't. Man, for professional stuff, I don't do that stuff, man. I got to keep it more professional for my website. Sorry, I mean, I've got to keep track of stuff too, and everything's labeled. So, you know, this isn't. No offense. I got 130 people. I have one on. I have 130 people that are in my morning alerts. And I'm my only assistant, right? I am the assistant. So I've got 130 people in my morning alerts or so. And then I don't know how many people I do one-on-ones with. I mean, so I'm working with over 200 people. I've got to keep it, you know, like my trading. Probably, I don't know. Probably not. Let's see here. I don't have, let's see here. Let's go to today. Oh, I do. Yeah. Same openings as of now. Yeah. So same openings as of right now that I emailed you. So Wednesday, tomorrow morning I'm open after I go live. Thursday morning and Friday we could do lunch. So whichever one of the three. Yeah, because today what I was gonna do after I go pick up, I gotta pick up Lola from the anyway, I gotta pick up Lola. I brought Poppy too. I bring both of the bunnies together. They like they're truly sisters. They're from the same litter. We've had them since birth. Anywho, but Groot's got to get his stitches out today. And Jim Bond asked for a long. Well, Jim Bond, why don't you just ask me, Jim Bond? Jim Bond kind of hurts my heart. You know, it's people pay me to do one-on-ones. They pay me to train them about Warrior Long could be. Keep it tight, keep it light. I like my stop loss. That's all good, Reese. Do you want me to move you right now, King Lion? King Lion, do you want me to move you? Because I will. I'm going to go back to that one on the 15th of August that we had to reschedule, and I'm going to edit that. And I'm going to put you for some. What? This time they had working hours. It's selected in the past. What? Why can't? Okay, well, I'm just going to make it now then, since I can't move that one. I'm just making a new one. Let me know that's what you want. Yeah, okay, cool. Tomorrow it'll be tomorrow an hour after the opening bell. So tomorrow is an hour after the opening bell, right? So an hour after the opening bell tomorrow. 10:30 Eastern. 10:30 Eastern. I'll mark it right now. Appointment for his name is Mr. King Lion. He is part of the tribe that is the King of Lions. You should get an email pretty soon, boss. So there's one down. Now I'm gonna start rescheduling everyone else. Look at this perfect long at Jim Bond. Didn't even want to ask me what long. You know, Jim, sometimes you should just ask the man, the myth, the legend. Ric Flair, my man, that's who. Oh, and by the way, Microsoft had a really good shelf crack. I meant to bring that one up when I was going through all the plays. See, like, this is great when you find a great chart right here. Look at that beautiful. This line, by the way, I didn't put that in at 412. Guess how long that's been in? Since the very last day of May, that line has been in, and now we're running perfectly with it today. So that's what I'm saying. You go for that shelf crack, and then the market collapses with it. Yeah, watch out for those. And that's our first one, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. I just want to make sure, King Line. That's our first one. That's what I thought. That was supposed to be our first one, and we still haven't seen it yet. It's like, I haven't seen your face yet. I'm really good with faces. I'm a lot better with names. Really built this on. Are we halted up on QH? Jim Bond, where you at? Jim, where you at? Because let's just show you what I did for you. This is what I did for you, Jim Bond, just real quickly. You ready? Here you go. Here, right here. Here we go. Here we go, Jimmy. Jimmy Z. What do I do? QH. Okay, maybe. I see that shelf right there. Let's go to aisle. No, let's go back to QH. 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 Let's start marking some levels in. Let's start marking some levels in. Let's start marking some levels in right here. Let's start marking some in right now. And then I'm like, okay, got this downtrend right here, and there we go. All right, boom. There's your levels. I forgot to put the last resistance line in up top. That was the other thing I was gonna do. Literally went through there and was like, you know what? This is the best one. This is the best one. This is the best one. Let's see. Do I have to download an app or something? Well, Zoom is free. I don't have it downloaded. So no, like, yeah, when you click on this, like even when I click on it, boss, like when I come over here and I click on like for tomorrow, today. What? There it is. So I go to today, right? And I just click on that, boss. It'll just like, you click on the link, it just opened it up. So that link that's there in your email, the Zoom link that hopefully you just got from that email, please let me know you got that email. And I will, how can I email, notify email there, so I'll do it again. So let's see if it sends an email. And then I'll go, I think that's all I can do for it. Maybe right there. Email link, okay, you send email. I'm gonna like, maybe you'll get multiple now, tried it like multiple times. But there will be a link in there. No, you don't have to, it's done through Zoom, but no, you don't have to download Zoom. Zoom is free. Zoom-a-doom-doom is free. I think BY can be bought back up to maybe $3 for a short back down. I doubt that high, honestly, boss. It could because of the low float, and that is the only reason I'd grant it a little bit of maybe possibilities to do so. There's your downtrend break that we already have, right? So we have the downtrend break, still not doing a lot. You can have your downtrend multiple different areas, still not doing anything. That's not a good sign for it to pop back on up. We do have this little sandwich area right here. Resistance, support, you might as well just call that resistance right at it too, right around 235. Now, if we get over 235, you still have another small sandwich right above it, right there at around 245. That's where I think maybe you could start popping back up, but then you've got the old halt up area of 260. You see what I'm saying? You've got just too many red lights. Too many red lights to get up top again. I say no, but we'll see if I'm wrong. QH, next resistance area. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's go Sting. QH is live. QH is live. QH is live. QH live. See if we run right into $1. Old past chart history kind of support area right there, right around $1. Let's see if my orange line of resistance holds up. Next area is 110. Next area right around 110. Everyone, let's see here. That's your boom. They're your next levels right there. They're your next levels right there. Next levels right there. Cheesums, Creasums, QH, QH. Okay, I was about to say, come on, trade ideas. You're so slow. It's like I have to pull up. I'm going to pull up QH right there for the time being. Let's see. What's up, D. Sarley, Cousin Greg? How we doing? Yeah. Well, is that pumpkin pie? Man, I don't know what that looks like, what pie that is, Cousin Greg, but I'll tell you. Yes, I got the email, but I have an issue. What? I just messaged you on WhatsApp. All right, boss. So I'll get to WhatsApp when I get off. I'll get off. Can you not go tomorrow now? Can you go tomorrow or can't go tomorrow? So let me know. Because then if not, I'm going to delete it. And so that way someone else can maybe have it. Because I don't have that's the thing, I don't use WhatsApp. The only reason I have WhatsApp is for morning alerts. I don't use WhatsApp other than that. I don't use WhatsApp other than my morning alerts. I don't get notifications or anything. I don't have anything turned on there. So that's I don't use WhatsApp. Only reason I literally download it is for you guys on the damn morning alerts. Scary face, AK47. There you go. Oh man. There we go. Yeah. Like it stumbled up over here. Sorry, Jim Bond. Yeah, this was the play. This was your long play. Jim Bond, there was not a question. When you were asking earlier when you were looking for a long play, I tell you guys what to do. I say, come over here to my penny stop. I know you can't see them all, and that's fine, but that's the first thing you should do. So even if that's all you've got, TRVN, very low volume. It's kind of sketchy. That's not really technically sound. Right away, you got to see that's not technically sound. SMX, whatever. Isle, okay, it's a little better. All right, that's number 1 for now. BKYI, it's number 2. It's number 2 for now. Go. It ain't even a question. And then even we rewind the tape. It ain't even a question. At this point, you're above the VWAP. The best volume, 170 million shares traded, and it's a 5 million float at 90 or whatever 80 cents. It wasn't even a question. This is where you're looking for a long. There shouldn't, and then you can try to go down and try to whatever else is up today, but you have to go to a different chart to find, or different, Yahoo Finance, whatever, find the other top gainers. Still, then they would still be X'd out. This would still be your number 1 move, and proves as we move right to $1. Process of elimination, always. That was a great thing. That was, I don't know about where you went to school out, in my grade school, oh my God, where we were taught in Arkansas. I don't know why, but I can't remember how many times they talked about process of elimination. Even in testing, they even told us this shit. They would be like, listen, don't just go through there, and some would probably would. Like you've heard people like Chris or Kevin Hart said he took a test like this before, and that's why he made that movie Night School. He went through and would just be like C-A-C, what he was spelling something out, C-A-B, or whatever it was. Anyway, just like the teachers would be like, at least do process of elimination. They would like, literally teachers were like, don't just fill in an answer. At least go through there and at least cross out the ones that don't make sense. So it was so funny. Like that was like the redneck way to like try to tell the kids, don't just randomly guess. At least try to do process of elimination. At least eliminate the ones that aren't the ones. For Thursday, my lady reminded me I have an appointment for tomorrow. Yeah, that's cool. No, Thursday's fine. Don't have to reschedule. Say I want it Thursday now. You don't tell me you want to reschedule. You just say, hey, I need it for Thursday now. And the reason I say that is because I had to reschedule the first one myself, so it's kind of my fault. So what I'm going to do here, it's not letting me, why is it not giving me the day now? Because it's out of my time frame. Whatever, I'm just going to delete that one, my man. So here's what's going to happen. I'm just going to delete that one, and then I'll just make a new one. So I'll make it for Friday. Yeah, we're canceling that. And I'm going to send him an email, cancellation email, and let him know he don't fucked up. Just kidding. Same time Thursday, done. Block. I just want you in as soon as I can get you in is my point. Yeah, so let me know. Like, I'll get you in. Boom. So that way you were just in. That way I'm good to go. And I'm gonna get hold of everyone else today. Everyone that didn't hit me, or I emailed you and then someone else. I forgot who the other person was that was second after you. And I was like, damn. I thought about it yesterday, but just so busy. I've just been like ridiculous back to normal now, with make sure it's good. Boom. Yep. Thursday. Good. With Groot. And then the one on back to one-on-one. I mean, I'm just been like, I can't believe, like I said, it's going to be halfway through. It's going to be October before we know it. Can't believe it's already the 10th of September. And then it was 2 weeks ago today that I was over in Memphis with Groot. Everyone, again, thank you for the big love for Groot. That was, that anyone that texted me, anyone that emailed, whatever, all the people that reached out about Groot, seriously, thank you for the big love. Like, still big road up ahead because it's gonna pop back. It's almost a done deal. He would be like the pretty much only dog ever that it doesn't pop back up. That's just how cancer is, and especially bone cancer. it's terrible. Like, I'm gonna take the steps to where it hopefully doesn't pop back up for at least a year or two. But it's almost a bound deal that it'll probably pop back up again. Anywho, hopefully it doesn't. Big prayers of the day for Lola. She unfortunately they have to put her under to remove it. You know how bunnies are. They're fucking won't sit still if you touch their mouth. Anywhere else, bunnies are good. You get to a bunny's mouth and it's like, don't touch me, bro. So she had to get like a abs. That's why I wasn't around this morning. And for my morning alerts, they were kind of brief, and I'm sorry. But I had to take her in because she has to get abscess removed, and so she has to go under. And she's right now probably getting it done. It's at the same time as Groot, 2 weeks to the day. Groot went under about 11 a.m.-ish, 10:30, 11 a.m. on that Tuesday 2 weeks ago. So now it's Lola, a Lola bunny from, yes, you know it, Space Jam. You know, anyway, Looney, you know, you get my point. So has to get some abscess removed. That happens with bunnies. It's like, it's gross. It's like you can smell it too, kind of. But yeah, so it's like this big buildup by their teeth that gets built up, and it's not like pussy like other animals where you can really remove it and like needle and remove it. You have to literally go in there. It's like cottage. It's like not cottage cheese. It's thicker than that. They said it's like they said it was like kind of like a real thick cheese. And I was like, well, explain to me what is this like? Because it feels like a hard ball. I thought it was like a tumor, and that's what it feels like. It feels like I thought she had cancer, and this is what I was telling people anyway. And one was like, this happened right before Groot. So a week before Groot, I found this. I'm like, what the hell? She looked like a chipmunk on one side. My bunny did. It looked so cute, but like not good. And I'm like, where did this come from? And I thought it was cancer at first. And it was just abscess that builds up in bunny as it happens every once in a while. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Anywho, and then it was that. So I was going to take care of that. And I gave her some antibiotics that it may go down. But then the Groot thing came up, and that definitely took precedent. And now we're finally, you know, because the abscess didn't, and they said it probably won't go away, but we'll try this at first, see if, you know, you give her this every day, blah, blah, anyway, so. Bunny that costs like 50, I forgot how much we spent on these bunnies, 25, 50 bucks maybe? You know, bunnies aren't much. The random, you know, the normal ones, I'm sure there are show bunnies or something that cost more, I don't know, but your normal bunnies don't cost much. Avery just wanted a couple of cute bunnies, and these cost like nothing to adopt. Or, well, anyway, yeah, essentially, they're adopting, but little bitty baby bunnies. I forgot how old they were when we got them. Point being, now Lola, I spent $300 yesterday when I went to the vet yesterday morning, or 200. It was 200 yesterday. Well, some of it was meds, and then today it'll be like 300 for a dental. It'll be like 500, 600 bucks, and I'll be spending on the bunny. But yeah, I want her to get through it though. It's my Lola girl. It's my Lola bunny. I don't want nothing to happen to her. Trust me, when I left, did the whole thing I did last time. I was like, all right, guys, y'all look over Lola, like all my previous animals that have passed, and family members always pray to them and say, all right, guys, I need y'all to look over her. Come on now. You better look over my Lola. So anyway, hopefully all goes well there, and should. And I'll be picking her up here in a little bit. Well, didn't quite get down to my area from yesterday, and I know you asked about it, Reese, for a dip by. It's just not in a good dip by area, Reese. You know, there's really just nothing there in charting that says, hey, let's go for a dip by there. There may be a moving average of some sort, could be I doubt a fib line's there, could be, but just not a really prominent area that I'd say go for a dip by. We'll get back to some of these large cap plays, because really it's just going to be QH for right now, and QH, as we can see here, is what's going to try to hold up. Jim Bondacito, not that you want to take a dip by, but there you go. Pre-market resistance, former high of day resistance, old resistance equals what? New support team. Crack back on down, then you will move back down to the old downtrend. I won't leave that in for now. I won't. I'm going to actually get rid of it. You got a Jimmy Jim Jims, and King Line. Just make sure you got the new email. It is scheduled, by the way. Let me refresh my page and make sure it's on the 12th at 9:30 my time, 10:30 Eastern. And it is. So I will see you Thursday at 10:30, 9:30 my time. You got it. Did someone say bunny? Oh yeah, baby. Oh, you know it. Oh, Amber Heard though, she kind of crazy. She pretty for sure, but man, she crazy. Amber Heard. I heard it. My heard, sorry if you went over BM. No, I did not, my man. Did not go over BLMZ. I don't even know where the hell's it at. Where is BLMZ? I probably wouldn't touch it then. I probably wouldn't touch this play. Yeah, I wouldn't touch this play. Wouldn't touch this play. I mean, it might be like that. I doubt it, but like that East play and maybe cracks down later in the day. But You know, the trend line already cracked because my trend would have been up through here, and it's so maybe it's got this shelf cracked, and then, you know, I just wouldn't touch plays like this. I don't like that. No volume on that, you know, when we go from super good volume. This was the short right there. Easy peasy. 295 shelf crack. You know, or third, you know, this triple topper because the upper VWAP band just stayed out flat all morning long. So anything about 335 would have been a great short, or the 295 shelf crack would have been great. And that paid out really nicely in the first, hour or half hour, I should say, of the day. That's it. You know, after that, I just stay away from plays like this. I want this. This is what I want to build up. You know, this is just, you know, like, what have you done for me recently? Your lows were 255, your highs were 280. So literally in the past 2 hours, if I can count. I get there 2 hours there. You've moved, 30 cents maybe or so at most? That's not a lot in the last 2 hours. So I just leave that alone. Leave it alone. You know, it would be nice if it is like East was a little more better that one day. I think it was East anyway, the lettering of that ticker. Where, say if we just kept bouncing at 250. Nice whole round number. Was after hours high. You know, that would be one thing, but here's a level. There's a level. This one's actually a tad higher. Staircasing back up. Shorting back into high of day wouldn't be a bad idea. Or maybe like 295 in the VWAP. So maybe watch for that. You know, 295 VWAP for reversal. You know, if you want to be super safe, go up top at 335. Down here, just don't do it. Just don't. Don't do this. Don't do it. Anyone in QH? Nope. QT? I've been in QT a couple times. Got a hot dog or two from QT. Pretty nice gas station. You know, in Texas, they just do it bigger. Racetrack, QT. Of course, you want to go top of the line and go Boosies or Bucky's. But QT I like. Fresh food. Good stuff. You got it, Myron. Yeah, just leading you through some of these plays, as always, at lunch. Any questions, always ticker. And again, sorry if I wasn't around this morning. Well, sorry if I wasn't. Sorry that I wasn't around. If I wasn't. Sorry that I wasn't around this morning again. Had to take Lola Bunny into the vet. Hopefully I'll be getting a call in the next hour that she's all good and done, and she's got a nice good cleaning, and she'll be healing just fine, and I can go pick her up. And then Groot's got to get his stitches removed today, which is crazy as well, on top of the fact. So I was going to have to kind of go in anyway today to get Groot's stitches removed, because it's stitches. It's time to get his stitches out. Crazy how time flies. Spy trying to work its ass back on up here. It's taken a good, 30 minutes or so to finally get somewhat of a move up. Let's see if we don't upper shadow and come back on down, though. Still not a ton of volume in the candles moving, as you can see. Yeah, don't say only. Never say only, Trader One, because that's a negative mindset. I'm going to start doing that, I should start doing, I wish I could have and just talk to people, or just, I need to remember that what people say and then give speech like a TED Talk, so to speak, what's that guy's name? Gibbons? What's that guy's name? God, what is that guy's name? Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins, right? That's his name, I think. Yeah, like that. Listen, you can't be putting only in your verbiage. I only made this much. That's a negative mindset. That's a negative thought. Don't say that stuff, Trader One. Okay? If you want me to start calling you D-Sorry all the time, I would never do this, although your twin brother is just as handsome and as cool as you are. Listen, don't say I only made so much. Someone over in freaking, I don't want to mention all the different third world countries wish they made that much in a year. 140 American dollars. Exactly, not a bad day. It's a day's work. The guy with the massive head. He's a big guy. He's got a massive chest. He works out, right? Kind of broad anyway. I think if he let himself go, he'd be a pretty fat guy. But he's a big guy. I mean, he's tall. He's a big guy. I like him. I like his mindset. It's true. It's just all human, what we do. I mean, everyone, I would say everyone, but we're all, well, we could put ourselves in different categories, like the A group to B group, to see, what all these people are doing, It's just what we do. Next week, deck is off Tuesday till Friday. His retreat, you going live? No, Moss. No. I got one-on-ones, buddy. I don't live my calendar and schedule around Deck. I'll be going live the same time, my man. So, I mean, you'll still get me Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you know. So, just Tuesday morning, you'll be without someone in the morning. You got someone will be going live Tuesday morning for you. But, yeah, I got one-on-ones, my man. I got one-on-ones, brother. But good question. Good question. Just not going to happen. We know. Well, yeah, just now, unfortunately, too. It'd be different if it was like, you know, it'd be. And maybe I could have thought about that forever ago. But I know I go live now Wednesday, Thursday, Friday morning, so I have that for you guys already. So, and that's why I did that to begin with. I mean, so you guys had me more often in the mornings, you know, a couple of years ago. So now you've had that for since last October. I've done that for a year now. So essentially, right at a year, I've been going. It was Thursday and Friday. First, it was Friday, right? It was always Friday takeover for Deg. Then I included, once I started going live for lunch on Monday through Thursday, in 2022, I added Thursday at the end of the year. Last year, I added Wednesday at the end of the year. And so that's about it. Because I want to leave Monday and Tuesdays for traders that do one-on-ones with me. And so I'll do, you know, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday mornings always with you guys. And then, of course, always at lunch. So, yeah. So it'll just be Tuesday. It'll be a week from today. Just, the 17th, you're off without, anyone. You'll still have my alerts. Everything should be good to go and rolling by then. No more vet visits. Everything's good to go. Everyone's healthy and back here. We're chilling. And I can chill and relax and really because I'm just like, because of all this going on, I can't get into the trading. I can't get everything rolling, right? It's like I get into second gear and then I'm like, well, got to make a pit stop. Shit, I just got to 70. Fuck, damn. I was just about to get going fast enough to go back to the future. So that's kind of what I've been feeling lately. It's like as soon as I get going, I'm like, so hopefully really Friday really could be that day for me. Now with Lola, get her back, everything today. Groot and the stitches are out, and kind of really the next couple of days kind of get back into it through Friday. So Thursday, Friday, I'm kind of back into the swing of things really. So that way Monday, next week, it's just, I'm ready to just, rock and roll. It's kind of back, finally fully back to normal. I would though if I didn't have one-on-ones or whatever, I would though. You need less stress, boss. Well, that's the thing about me. I don't really stress. So even when there's times 2 stress, I don't really, kind of like MacGyver, when there's times 2 stress, I don't stress. I don't stress much. Get it out when I need to, But yeah, I don't stress too much, my man. And that's why I know people who hate to hear this. The clock is ticking. You have 3 years, 4 months, 27 days, 10 hours, and 22 minutes, and 10 seconds, 9 seconds, 8 seconds until I'm done doing one-on-ones with you guys and streaming live. So you better take advantage of while I'm still doing this because that clock is ticking and ticking fast. Negative mindset and trading are all, oh yeah, for sure. I just always want to make sure I always get people in the positive mindset for sure. Always think positive about, I've always been that way, glass half full, so I mean I get that too, like when people doing the one-on-ones and they're talking about blah, blah, I'm like, yeah, you got all these animals, like whoever it was doing a one-on-one recently, and like no wonder this guy's never stressed when he trades. I'm like, oh, I used to stress. I can stress, trust me, I'm human. I can stress. There are times but you just got to relax and know that there's always gonna be tomorrow. I just can immediately think of the beast, the legend that is Chuck Norris. And that interview, I always go back to that. I'm like, listen, what's the point of stressing? Because guess what? There's going to be something tomorrow and the next day, and it's going to be the next week, and it's going to be 3 weeks before you know it. And so why are you so pent up and worried about this situation right here, right now? There's no reason to be, you know? And so you just got to walk yourself and tell yourself that and understand that, listen, there's a lot of time to live. As short as our life is, unfortunately, there's still a lot of living to be done. And so if that's the case, you just need to stop worrying about certain situations all the damn time. You know, these little small things that do arise. We'll go with the trend line too as well. QH looking like it could actually touch it. I'm going to base mine from right here, see what we get. Oh, okay. I feel like Bob Ross talking sometimes about a painting. All right, guys, I'm going to put my... God, what's that brown? It's like a person's name. Charlie Brown. It's not that. Oxford Brown. Maybe it's Oxford Brown. I forgot what brown freaking Bob Ross you always would use. Actually, and what's funny, and not funny, it's kind of cool. I forgot they're there's this Bob Ross show. There's a Bob Ross station. Like on, I almost said Venmo. I forgot on one of the apps because I was flipping through one day in the morning. It was like Saturday morning. This last Saturday, it was one of the Saturday morning. I think it was last Saturday. It's Bob Ross all day long. It's all it is, just all because he's got like 12 seasons. Like it's just Bob Ross all day. And I'm like, oh my god! I watched that episode. It was great. It's good stuff. That'll bring less stress in your life. DeLorean, love the movie. Oh yeah, Back to the Future. Well, yep, that's why we named. Well, we're missing McFly right now. I mean, how cool is that? My cat's name were McFly and Doc. We still got Doc. McFly passed at a name. He's the coolest. My favorite cat of all time. He made out with me. That still hurts when I think about it. It was that's man, why does that shit happen, man? Like out of nowhere. But I've heard from so many people, and literally this last weekend I heard it again. Was it last weekend? I think it was. Yeah, this last weekend was the first of the month. Yeah, this last weekend. Where I went and got food from Hollywood. You know, I'm going in when Avery's always gone or whatever. I got to get stuff, and I was getting food from Hollywood Feed because she was anyway, and so she was in Dallas, whatever. So I had to go. She was in Dallas. I had to go get stuff, the first of the month stuff. And someone at that, how many people I've heard that happened? Anyway, that's been around a cat or their friend's cat passed that way or their cat passed that way, and I'm like, damn, that's weird. That's as weird as that is, makes me feel better, but it's like, no. Not McFly, though. No offense, Doc. Could happen to yo ass. McFly, no. No. Love that dude. And the name. Doc's cool, but McFly's way cooler. I miss that dude. I just turned up my Whisper 2000. Was that 5? Whisper. Let's put some trees here. Trend line. There we go. I like it. Oh, here, cat name was Rusty. Had him was less than 10 years old. I feel like, man, yeah, and yeah. No, McFly was only 4 years old. Was only 4. 4 years old. That's life, though. You just never know. You gotta take him. Like I said, that's why I was trying to tell you guys. Want to see? Oh no, I still haven't got my new microwave put in yet. Like, why would it be resolved yet? Got this stupid text from the dude. I'm like, no, bro, you haven't. From the warranty company. Oh, Rusty. Rusty? You talking about Rusty Griswold? That son of a gun. What a good guy. I like Rusty Griswold. I hope everyone's seen Vacation movies. Well, Spy's really not doing too much, but we are getting some movements down toward the bottom areas off some of these plays. Apple, nice kind of move up. Spy, not really doing too much, but Amazon, AMD, right? We're getting some good plays off the lower bands or reversals. Now, ARM's a lot like Spy, not moving too much there. Google, kind of like Spy, not really doing too much off that lower band, but getting a little bit of movement. Right back on up a little bit off 500. Nice whole round number for Meta. Some of these plays are bouncing up a little bit better. NVIDIA just saw its move up. Finally got a little burst there. Tesla, again, nice little pop-up off the little band. I still feel Spy, and again, that's kind of your bounce so far. 43.50 up to 45, that's going to be your move. I feel like we could still go lower today, though. BK or whatever just got whacked. Okay, nice little shelf crack, little shelfie. You can count that one out for the day. That one, small cap wise, done. I know King Line wanted that pop up. That's very unlikely at this point. QH may have one last round in it. This is by far your best mover of the day, and the best you're going to kind of get here recently, as we haven't had many in-market movers like this. You've gotten the pre-market moves, in-market, it kind of sucks. This is your best in-market mover we've had, it seems like, in a week or two, for sure. One of the best of the last week or two, anyway. So it went 99 cents again for Bunny. I could see it's like you guys said. It's coming up soon. You know, that build up when you get that nice tight look to it. Usually don't stay that tight in a play for more than half hour. So again, this is coming soon. I would imagine by top of the hour, next 13, 15 minutes, whatever. Watch for that crack through the little small micro flag being built up. Not a pure great shelf. I mean, you can go up a little bit tighter, right? And just kind of put it right there for now. So right there, building up right around the 83.5 to 84 cent mark. We crack that. We got the trend line to worry about. And then other than that, then you start cracking back on down. Now, it doesn't mean it's done for the day. VWAP to 64.3 cents will be kind of the key to that. All right, guys. Y'all ready for tonight, though? The big debate. It's the big debate tonight. Kanye West and Drake versus Eminem and Kendrick Lamar. Who you guys got? Who you guys got in the debate tonight? I mean, you gotta, come on. This ain't even a question. We're going Kendrick Lamar and Eminem. I mean, big time. I think they win by like 50 points. It'd be like blowout city. Blowout tonight. Tell you, let's see, 94 cents. Halt. Target. Oh, I got you where he came up at. Yeah, you could maybe want to take some profit there, Tay, if you are in long. Or, I don't know, because you said target. So if you're in long, you definitely would want to take profit if you did pop up again anywhere that area. That's not to say we can't go through it. But again, you're starting to kind of run into multiple resistance areas one after the other. And like I said, we have one more round left in this. I don't think it's going to be too much crazier in my opinion. But just because we've kind of slowly but surely been a little more lackluster recently. Not really performing that well. You know, especially if we crack that shelf little micro flag. You can see this flag being built up right now. That's how kind of going against Kendrick when he even made a remix like that. So, yeah, right. Oh, man. I was just throwing out different people because I didn't want to talk about presidents. I was first going to bring up random old presidents and just like different time periods. Like Ronald Reagan versus JFK tonight. Who you guys got? Ronald Reagan? I'm probably going JFK there, maybe. I don't but anyway, I forgot that's tonight. That's the whatever the debate. Those are usually, unfortunately, anymore rather interesting, actually. So those are usually pretty good TV. I, again, don't care for politics. So let's not worry about that. But entertainment value, it's like you get Monday Night Football on Tuesday night. You get Tuesday Night Football. It'd be very interesting to watch. Although last night's game feel bad for Deck and his Jets. Aaron Rodgers, I don't know. They're not. Aaron's old. He ain't what he used to be. Not that I think he's overrated too. I think he's good, but I think he's overrated. As far as where people put him in all-time best. I can't imagine where, again, we get all the quarterbacks of all time to get to play in the air. Imagine if, again, Jim Kelly, John Elway, Dan Marino, even Joe Montana, who didn't put up major numbers like those, Warren Moon. Imagine what Warren Moon would do in today's NFL. Warren Moon would just be... He'd throw for, I forgot what he got, CFL, NFL. I think he's got like 100,000 yards. I think he's got more than Dan Marino's got in the NFL. I don't know, it's a crazy number. Dude would have, he would have thrown for 100,000. He would throw for 100,000 yards in this NFL. He'd be putting up like NFL, or I should say video game numbers. But yeah, I'm like, man. Anyway, but feel bad for Deck and his Jets. They just can't ever get it going. That franchise, man, they just doomed. Browns, doomed. Jaguars, Texans. Texans, maybe, we'll see, maybe with the new quarterback again. It seemed like there for a second with Deshaun Watson. Now they just handed that trash off to Cleveland and that Trashville that just can't ever get going. So let's see if Houston can maybe get going again. I just don't see, but you just never can really, It's just crazy how certain franchises are just like, you can just chalk it up. They just ain't going to get it done. San Fran was balling on. Oh, yes, San Fran was. I used to be a little San Fran kind of fan back in the day. Jerry Rice, Steve Young, I always loved Elway. but they weren't that great in 93, 94, you know. I didn't like the Cowboys, so I liked prime time when he went and played for the 49ers. I didn't like prime time for the Cowboys. I liked him for the 49ers. But yeah, it was funny. I liked him for that year. He blew out San Diego in the Super Bowl. Of course, Shelf Crack, now down to the trend line. Shelf Crack on QH. I keep wanting to say HQ. You know, I keep wanting to say HQ for some reason, like headquarters, but it's QH. How about the Niners? Yeah, Trader 1. Hey, if you're a Niners fan, especially old school back in the day with Rice and Lott and, you know, Taylor and, you know, all the guys, even back to Ricky Waters. I remember watching some Ricky Waters. He was dope there for a minute. You know, even with T.O. and, damn, what was the guys? The running back number 20, Hurst, Garrison Hurst. You know, I was a little San Fran fan for a little bit. Not the true 80s of, you know, like Montana, you know, Taylor, Rice, and all those guys and Lott. I mean, I know they were badass then and all the different, you know, and not Shula, that was in Miami. Walsh. But, you know, that definitely was, I just like that. Hey, just take care of business and be badass, you know. They did it the right way. Let's see, I'm a Dolphin fan. Oh, that's all I can say about the Jets. There you go, King Lion. If you are you a Dolphins fan, King Lion? My buddy Jaron's a big Dolphins fan. Grew up in the Bay Area. Well, there you go. Oh yeah. Well, Frank Gore afterward, Myron. That's when I was more back to the always, you know, Denver Bronco in it at that point. You know, I'm just talking like old school days when I was kind of watching them in the 90s. You know, come 97, it was all, you know, Terrell Day. I mean, it sucked because then I had about a 2-year hiatus when my Broncos just sucked. But their Broncos, that's what sucks now. The Broncos used to always be so good. They had the longest stretch of I forgot all the different, but yeah, like people didn't think that, but I'm like, Broncos were great. They didn't have back-to-back losing seasons for like 50 years. First time they had back-to-back losing seasons was 1960 something, and then again here finally like 2017-18. So it's kind of hard right now. It's hard out here for a pimp because we was usually pimping. But yeah, no, definitely remember the good old 49ers days. Like the Steve Young pass to like Terrell Owens before Terrell Owens was like a diva, and he caught that pass right at the goal line and got cranked and crying afterward. AMD is hauling its ass off, and that's why I'm watching it right now. There's no news on AMD at all that I see anything in the past hour to push this, but it is really hauling its ass off to the upper VWAP band. I would be watching probably for a potential reversal because the upper VWAP band is not moving at all. See, Moon was, but he was definitely big with the Tennessee Titans, the Houston Oilers. I mean, because the Broncos had to play them, the Houston Oilers, a lot, you know. So I remember the big playoff game and coming down last minute. Elway with his last minute drive, beating Warren Moon. I want to say it was in the 90, 91 playoff, somewhere in there. Moon was dope, though. A lot of quarterbacks were dope. I can't imagine all those quarterbacks playing in now what they would be doing to today's league. And especially with what receivers can do now. Because back then, wide receivers, I should say DBs, were like, if you go watch basketball in the 90s, remember hand checking? If you watch sports long enough, do you remember hand checking? Right, hand checking? You know, you could touch and kind of grab a player's jersey, kind of touch them and feel them up a little bit, make sure they didn't get outside your hands. Now you can't do that anymore. That's what I'm like. Imagine Michael Jordan now, how many points he could truly score in a game. Like, he would easily average 40 points a game. Easily 40 a game. If not more, some seasons. Anywho, but same thing with receivers. Back then, DBs could kind of tug on different receivers' jerseys. They could tug on them, kind of use hand checking quite a bit. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh. I mean, Dan Marino said in an interview before. I forgot, I think it was with Rich Eisen. I think it was with the interview. It was with Rich Eisen, the show that Rich Eisen always had, or had for a while now. He was like, Marino's no doubt about, I mean, he was like, I would torch this league. Oh yeah, Miami. Pimping ain't easy, you know it, Tommy G. It ain't. Straight ain't. Especially when you're good at it for so long, and then when, you know, it ain't easy, you know, because you're so good. So when you ain't doing good, it's like, damn, I'm always so good. Why am I not good? AMD made dollars this morning. Good job, Good job, Tay. Good job, Tay. You CR Trader. Good job. Or you did too, Tay. I know you're saying CR Trader did. That's awesome if you did too. Yeah, I couldn't trade today. I had to give you guys alerts, and I was out of here. I was I was gone right after I gave the last morning alert on what to trade at the bell, and me and Murray was saying, "Hey, I don't know because I don't know what's going to happen in an hour from right now when the bell opens." I was gone right after that. Got the the dogs settled, Groot settled on the couch, got the bunnies headed out. 100, yeah, I've tried Tommy G. He would definitely average. He would get a 100-point game. I mean, here he could have one. If he wanted to, he could have one of those games where he could score 80 or 100 for sure. And yeah, he would easily average 40. If he averaged 30 in his career, 31, 2, whatever it was back in the day, and then some of those seasons like in the 80s where he averaged like 35, 40. Yeah, he'd average 40 plus. I mean, it'd be awesome. It would be great to see. It'd be cool. Because like I said, that's why I always say generational when we've had this chat in the past. When I do all-time greats, I'm going to put the Steph Curry back in. And that's why I think Steph Curry can handle it. LeBron James would not. LeBron James would have lasted maybe 10 to 12 seasons back in the day. Why? Because he has to be born in 1963, first off, not 80. He doesn't get today's technology. He's not spending $3 million a year on his body, right? So he's not the same LeBron James. And then he's also got the same, but he's got the mentality he's born with. So he's born with this, let's just call it a wuss attitude. Not a very strong man. He ain't lasted very long in the 80s and 90s. That's why I have to drop him down. And I wouldn't even put him in the top 3 in my list. Oh, Jordan hit 60 on the damn Boston Celtics in the 80s, bro. He has the record all time. He has the record for most points in a playoff game, if I'm not mistaken. He still has it, if I'm not mistaken. That's the record, right? Most points NBA playoff game. That's what I thought. Aye! My boy just torched the Celtics. It sucks, albeit the top 3, and that's usually what happens. And a loss, and a loss, and a loss. Shot 50% too. That's pretty damn good. 19 of 21 from the free throw line. My boy was on fire that day. Absolutely was on 420. Oh, I gotta remember that's on. I gotta remember now from now. That's funny. That's a 420 game. How funny. No wonder he was on fire. Bro, as high as the sky. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, which was crazy. Tommy G getting beat up, tackled. Oh man, I mean, can't imagine. Be cool to see though. It would be cool to see, and not like simulation. I mean, simulation if there was like a true, like a better, like there would be something that's realistic where you could literally, figuratively, okay, Michael Jordan, all of whatever the dream team essentially. Put them up against the dream team now or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But they're born the same time those guys were. So they would look how much they would look different, And then again, same, okay. So now let's see if you want to play nowadays basketball, everyone's born the same time. So you'd make Magic Johnson born in the 80s, Michael Jordan born in the 80s, blah 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 blah, blah or whatever the 90s. Some of these guys would actually be born in the 90s. They'd torch them. It'd be like 200 to 115. Even old Jordan with the Wizards was like, he actually played 82 games that year, which a lot of people, I love the people with. I'm like, yeah, it's fine that he, look what LeBron's doing at 40, Jordan, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, he was 38 his last year with the Wizards. Dude played all 82 games. All 82. How many games LeBron sit out this year? Like, please. And also led that team to like a 500 record that was just shit. It was a terrible, terrible team. Still on that trend line is QH, so they are kind of honoring and respecting the trend line. And as we talked about, upper VWAP band reversal so far, nothing crazy, but we're seeing it. We're seeing it happen. Keeping my spy on watch over here, getting that. Got one last big shot up as well. I just missed that looking over on AMD. Spy with the really good move there. Reese earlier ended up being, it took about 30 minutes to get off its ass and move. Maybe a bit longer than that, but then finally you got the bounce in that area. Not that I would be looking for a bounce there. Would have went a little lower, but boom. Good call from earlier there. Nice trend line forming right now, and that's what I would be looking for if you're trading the SPY. Watching for that trend line crack. Watching for that trend line crack. Moving back on down here. So watch this move on the SPY. Getting back below the 90 MA. Moving into another Thanos crossover for the move back on down. That's what I'd be looking for. That's what I would be looking for, mate. Kind of ran right back into what was old support here. It's pretty easy. Love seeing that right there. Old support equals new resistance. I'm already short. Yeah, that's the nice little area up top. Into the old support area. If you already got in there. And then again, yeah, once we crack that trend 45 and the 9, we looking good. We looking good. Man, AMDs, this is really surging right now. And I see no news on it again. This is, wow. Really surging up. I mean, it probably has room to high of day at this point now. If we can get through that upper VWAP band, got maybe a little bit more room to run. Oh man, good job though, Reese. Good job, Reese. Had me some wings last night, watching some Monday Night Football, and those Niners kicked that ass. It was good to see. I was going for the Niners, really, but hate it again back for Deck and his Jets. Just don't see it happening with him. Man, I had some wings, and I never had this before, but when I went up to New York, and then I went over to Jersey and went over to Dimpy. You know, I know you remember guy, he's kind of in and out of chat, but Dimpy's been around for a while. But went to this place that were awesome restaurant, or really more of a bar and kind of a grill place where his fiance, soon to be wife's working, and they did anyway. Point being, had all kinds. I had a pizza because they did the fire of whatever bad anyway, whatever. I'm like, oh man, I want one of them. And then I was like, oh, wings and pizza, that sounds good. So he's like, oh, the wings are really good here. And they came out with he's like, because he knows everything. He's like, well, usually here's how they come, but not everyone likes that. And they come with jalapeno and onions on, almost like what you'd get at Fogo de Show. Fogo is like, I get this on the side. I forgot what it's called, but it's bell pepper, onion, and jalapenos. They cut them all up and kind of cook it in the pan, and then they'll come. Oh, it tastes so good. Man, I did that though last night with the wings. So I had some. I love it's just little vegetables, but man, the spice added to it. Because I just baked the wings. I didn't make no hot wings, no nothing wings. I just made some nice baked wings. My mouth's watering right now thinking about it again. The onion, jalapeno, and the bell pepper. Ooh, on the side. Fresh cut French fries. Needless to say, I had some celery. I had some celery too. I was out of carrots, but I did have some celery with it. I like celery and carrots with my wings. Shit was fire. Needless to say. Myron, what do you mean, what's it called? MJ's maybe? What are you talking about? Myron, what are you talking about? What you talking about, Myron? What you talking about, Willis? Oh no, let me see here. Let me see what that bar was called. Man, I can't remember what that place was called. I cannot remember. I'll look it up because it's good. I definitely want to go back. I definitely want to go back. So right here, it's in Red Bank. Right. It's right when I go over. Wasn't it in Red Bank right here when I go over? Wasn't this it? Oh, that wasn't it. Thought it was in Red Bank though. Like right when you get over the bridge there. I think it is. Let me just go to the map so I can see the layers. There we go. There we go. 'Cause I need to see that big parking lot that I parked the Porsche in. Because I parked that Porsche. Parked that Porsche. Damn, what was that place called? That's not the parking lot either. Damn, I can't remember. I can't remember. I have to figure it out. It was really good though. It was really good. I can't remember now where it was at. I thought I'd remember where it was at, but I can't remember now. Like I thought I'd remember, but I can't. It's right there. I can't remember. Can't remember. Oh, Tommy's Coal Fire Pizza. That's it. That's it, because I shouldn't remember. That's my brother's name and my dad's name. That's it. Tommy's Coal Fire Pizza. That's it. That's it. That's the one. Yeah, that place. That's the one. Place is good. That place is good. That place was good, Myron. Aren't there multiple? It seemed like I thought maybe they said. I thought there were a couple of different. Like maybe there was like two. There's two of them, maybe, or three of them, or something like that. If I can remember. Because I know. And here's the reason I remember that. It's because I pulled up the wrong one at first, and I started heading. I had to like. Thank God I recorrected the map. I almost went to the wrong one at first. The place is really good though. I give that one 2 thumbs up. I'll go ahead and give that one a 5 out of 5. I only had the wings, the pizza. What else did I get? I swear it seemed like I ordered something else. I think that was it. Maybe it was just the wings and the pizza. It was really good, though. And I got drunk. Well, I'd say I got drunk, but I got right to where I was like, okay, I got to drive the Porsche. How far? Okay, I'm good. This is I got to stop it right here. Small downtrend break here on QH. Small downtrend break on QH. Nice trend line right there. So keep the trend line in. Downtrend break there. You know, over the last, half hour or so. Nice little downtrend break for QH. Yeah, I wish I was coming up there, Myron. I was really hoping to, I think it's like, is it this coming weekend? I think is the wedding, maybe? No, it's next weekend. Next Sunday, yeah. Not going to be able to make it up there for Dimpy's wedding. Just with Groot and just not going to be able to make it. It just is what it is. Life happens, unfortunately. Or I'd love to see you guys. I know Love Chip was wanting to see me too as well. I need to send him a damn gift. I need to send him a wedding present. SPY still holding, and AMD surging. I mean, these plays are trying to recover here. Surprisingly enough, I honestly figured we would have gone down some more for the day. Kind of would have bear flagged up, right here and gone down a little bit more. This trend line's looking great. That's what the 90 MA is, kind of like a rolling moving average. I mean, a rolling trend line, I should say. Obviously, it's a rolling moving average, but a rolling trend line, so it isn't as tight or as flat, as straight as a trend line, right? You can see the rolling down trend, rolling trend line. So we have that trend line rolling up here, right? If we get over 46, this will touch the VWAP. Now, it doesn't mean we're going to fail at the VWAP, but that's kind of the next resistance area is 46 into that VWAP area, and I would not be surprised if we got it. QH is also moving up as well. Has room up to 110. If we do get over $1, next resistance is right around 110 and then around 125.30. Now that sounds super good all over again. Those wings, man, they're just that, obviously. Mine are good. They're great too, but yeah. Oh my God, that sounds so good. That pizza and those wings. There's a lot of stuff on the menu that looked good too as well, but I was starving that day. We didn't eat that much. It was the second day, so Saturday woke up, got the Porsche at noon, drove it around till the, I did eat. That's right. I was like, did I not? I thought there's no way I was going to be starving. That's right. Had those sliders. Oh man, those sliders were pretty damn good too. Stopped at a bar right next to somewhere in, God, I forgot where it was in the New York area. What's the little borough it was in. Right on the corner of this amazing bar. Wow, there was hardly anyone in there. I was like, oh yeah, let me go in here and give me some food. So that was like around like 2:30. And by the time we were done with the shoot, it was like 9:30. And then I headed over. So I didn't see him. Yeah, so it was like 10:30. So I ate at 2:30. That was the only thing I ate that day. So yeah, I was hungry by the time I got there, and I didn't know what to want. I was like, and he was like, just get both. And you know what? I am going to get both. Wings, pizza it is. We're living it up in New York, baby. Or Jersey. There's that pop like I talked about. 46 up to the VWAP on the Spizzles. Good job, Bunny. Good job, Bunny. Bunny. Making some money. Ooh, AMD with the huge surge as well. AMD just got... those seem to be the two bigger movers. I know some of these other ones are moving, but AMD with the big move right here, team. AMD just shot up 50 cents. AMD just shot up 50 cents. 1.4. Now it's going a little bit more than 50 cents. I mean, that was a big burst right there for AMD. Of course, SPY got that big, nice burst as well. Have to do something next week too. I forgot about deck being gone. A lot of people looking for lobbies. I'll have to do something for you guys, some kind of giveaway or something. Someone lucky in chat. One of my usuals over here. Hopefully you guys, when you win it. AMD reversal coming soon. I would just be careful with AMD right now. It's really strong, and I don't know why it continues to surge through that band and it's now starting to push it up. And the other thing is charting. If you're going to hold 140 here, there's nothing, really to hold it down until around 140.35, right? I know we're not quite there yet, but that's what I think that was maybe my normal high of day, and maybe not even my normal high of day. So that's what I'm like, this thing could take off and go for more. And in my opinion, get into last Thursday's high of day of around 141. That's where I would look a little bit more the short side, because at that point, if we do get to 141, it is so over the upper VWAP band and overextended, So I would say watch for a move to 141 to 141.50, Thursday's high of day of last week. Got that, boss? Boss. Still going up some right here. So like, be careful with that short on AMD. Be careful here. That's still surging pretty good right there. And yeah, we have CPI tomorrow. Don't forget, and PPI on Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. I know Deck talked about that a little bit ago before we got to talking about Jordan and basketball, and we got sidetracked on the GOAT. But so we have CPI tomorrow, PPI Thursday. So you will not be getting any alerts from me from the small, or at least I should say from the large caps, at least until after all that, and then about 10 minutes, 15 minutes after some movement. So expect alerts for large caps to start about 45 minutes before the opening bell tomorrow. Everything should be slowly but surely, and really tomorrow is that first day to kind of take off running and to kind of get back into the trading. Nothing changing really. Nothing should hopefully again pop up. We should be back to normal. I am back to normal tomorrow. Given the alerts, getting ready, kind of getting back in that trading mode, going live for you guys tomorrow morning. Same thing for Thursday. So that's why, next week, hopefully I'm just completely back into the groove. Any stocks you want me to break down, let me know. Anything at all. And again, those morning alerts that I'm talking about, again, I know probably most of you know they're the link I put out there every day. But if you need to sign up, you need any extra help in pre-market, opening bell, what to be going long, short with, where to be looking at in small caps, what large cap plays to me have the best looking chart for that day for movement. Sign up for those morning alerts. These are alerts and levels that you can use all day long, from hitting low of day and high of days, from small cap or for large caps, and of course small caps, really helping you out, not only in pre-market but into the opening bell, getting you some extra money in your pocket. SPY, big move back on up here, team, now. Let me know if you guys have any questions, anything at all. Seems like right now the big move, finally getting that nice move up for lunch. Again, we've been a little stalemate. I've been talking about that for a while. Today is one of the best days I've seen in weeks, honestly, in my opinion, this size anyway, for a move at lunch is one of the better moves we've had in weeks. We were kind of last 2 weeks of August and the first couple of weeks of, at least week and a half here of September, have been a little bit slower during lunch hours. Today, you're finally getting that little bit of movement here. SPY getting that nice good jolt. AMD really seems, I don't know if that's the full catalyst, but definitely seems to be one of the ones of it. SPY 2, I guess we'll go back to this shit that we're now finally here. SPY's got this downtrend line on it. Can't believe we're actually back to it. I didn't think I was going to bring that downtrend line in up, but we've got to bring the downtrend line in, and we are back at the downtrend line right there. Put these out there too. I know it's a little slower. You guys are nodding off a little bit. One-on-ones, I'll do like a micro sell someday next week, the day that I have like the most people in lobby, and I'll do a giveaway that day. My website, Prime Trading Investments, and of course, I've had people hit me up, DM me earlier, but people watching those lessons I know have been kind of reiterating, like, go over to my YouTube and watch these damn lessons. Go over here and you can type in whatever you want to type in, whether it's like support, and then support resistance levels come up, charting levels come up, right? If you want a stop loss, like I need help with the stop loss, and then there's that. VWAP, if you need anything about the VWAP, if level 2, let's see if I have it labeled as level 2 or L2. There we go. There's level 2. There's 2 lessons on level 2 and reading the tape. So you name it, if you think about it, breakout, whatever. If you want to talk about breakouts, or if you want to talk about bounce plays, that just short, of course, me and shorting, that's going to be over there. So, then you have live trades over there as well. You name it, it's probably talked about somewhere over here in my video library. If you need any extra help for charting or going over levels, let's go to videos, not the home. Let's go to here. Of course, the charting lesson here from recently. Go back to some older ones. Stock trader mentality, right? So there's that. Candlestick confirmation, that's a big one. Any of these weekly recaps are big to kind of go back and find levels. You're going to go back through and kind of help yourself with levels. Of course, there's stop loss. Trader alert challenge that I just completely, I can't believe that was already 11 months ago. Holy bananas. Yep, we went bananas for sure. Live trades you can go back that I've edited for you guys. A lot of live trades that I used to edit in over here. Thanos crossover, more live trades, patience lesson. Of course, options lesson. There's your level 2 and tape lesson. Interviews with other traders, getting ideas from them. Some that are, that are still in chat. Some that used to be in chat. Crypto and coin, reversal lesson. Short selling boot camp I've done in the past. Volume lesson. How to trade slower conditions. Opening bell, pre-market stuff. Targets. You name it. You probably literally, if you name it, it's going to be something or close to what's talked about over there. We're starting to move here on AMD team. So I'm going to go with a 5-minute time frame as we're working our way up. Hopefully you haven't got in. Tommy G, like I said, talked about moving into last Thursday's high of day. SPY would probably then pop into 547.65 if that's the case. We're right at that downtrend, just about over it right now. Now we're kind of failing at it a little bit. Depends on what time frame you're in. 3 minute, 5 minutes going to look a little bit differently. We'll go to the 5 minutes so you can get a little bit better grasp of where it's at. Get it in there a little tighter even if you wanted to in the 5 minute possibly. Same thing, video library, boss. So just go right there, man. That's it. You just go over here, you go to there, you go to here, you go to here, and you type in halt. And then the halt strategy. There you go. So, Bunny, there you go, my man. So you just go to my video, the YouTube page, and you just type in, like I said, anything you want to find. You probably won't find anything about farts. Food? Oh, no. Well, I guess I talk about food. Let's listen to On Deck with Josh Smith. Oh, I came up with this intro, by the way. This is my intro that I came up with, by the way. Anyway.
Right before the half, you have 2 touchdowns within 31, 32 seconds of each other. Right there, 2 touchdowns each team. Now it's 14-14 at half. And I'm thinking at the time, hey, that's huge for the Seahawks. They're going to come out. It's going to pay dividends. And I'll get into that, how it kind of does that pretty much for the most part. Heading into the second half, they kind of picked up momentum. Just as the Patriots looked as if they were going to have the momentum going into the halftime, the Seahawks picked it up. Then halftime performance, we'll have to give that around 7, 8 out of 10. That was pretty good. It was decent. It was okay at times. She'd had a pretty good...
This is the Super Bowl!
Performance, her singing qualities, as in singing, her performance, bringing Missy was pretty sweet out. Bringing out Lenny was sweet. So she had...
I can talk so much better than I used to be able to talk now. I'm a lot less green now, man. I would run circles around the old AK. New AK? Old AK does not want to see the new... Old AK sexy, right? Yeah, it's fine. What's up, Love Chip? He definitely good looking, This AK though, he would. It's like, what's the point? All right, let's go to the next one. Let's just go a little bit further in. Come on, let's go further in. Come on, help me out here. You know what? They wanted me to go to the next one. They did. They wanted me to go to the next one. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go to the next one here. Maybe not. Maybe this is they just don't want to listen to AK and On Deck. On deck, baby.
Coming to you live from the Sound System Studios, Dallas, Texas.
Of course, Michael Adel ended up with like 5, 6, 7 points. Not many. Craig Hodges beat him and then ended up winning the contest that year. Craig Hodges won.
Damn, did I have a cold?
And that was, talk about that year. You got Larry Bird, Craig Hodges, Craig Elo, Jordan, Reggie Miller, Mark Price, Sandoval. John, remember Sandoval? John Sandoval. I mean, there's some three-point shooting names. That's why they're talking about the greatest three-point shooting contest ever. I had to go back and look at some of these. Of course, you have the first couple of years. You got Danny Ainge, Larry Bird. Should say the first couple.
That's actually pretty listenable. I feel like that's pretty listenable.
It's a three-point shootout.
Except for my nose a little congested.
Contest and the line wasn't even developed, obviously, until the early 80s. But, you know, the first few years, you got people like Larry Bird, Danny Ainge, Craig Hodges, Dale Ellis, Mark Price, Detlef Schrempf, Byron Scott. Those are some big names.
Dennis Scott! That was a little bit more into the 90s, but... see, the number one thing I love about AK and respect the most out of it is we're all on like you, on a polity. Yeah, love you. This is definitely me. I just am just born, I wasn't raised that way at all. You know, trust me, my mom, but she likes that that's who I am. That's really no one in my family for the most part. You know, I've got that was just me. And my mama likes it. Let's see. I'm going to track my winning trades with your alerts. Took this short on BLMZ when it cracked. Nice. Good job. BLMZ was good. That was a good short this morning. BLMZ, I know you guys got a good short out of that one. Kind of started out of the gate there and then really didn't do much. And oh, Myron, finally out of nowhere. We talked about it. And look at this finally getting some action. What in the hell? Where did this come up at? And it almost hit my 295 mark that I told you to short at. I said kind of leave this alone. And I'm right because there is some meat down here, but it's hard to get that meat off the bone. That's a big piece of meat to get off the bone right there. Dang, that was pretty close to what I said would get to happening, man. Damn it. I love you too, Love Chip, though. And I was just saying to Myron, Love Chip, unfortunately, it's a done deal. Definitely won't be coming up to see you guys. Would love to. We'll have to make another trip out of it at some point in time. I definitely want to come to the New York, New Jersey area for, I want to do like a good, half week at minimum, a good 3-4 days. Because this one would have only been a day anyway. Even if I left, it probably would only be a day, or maybe 2. So, even if I could have somehow went. So, I'm going to just get up there another time when the life is normal and I can relax and enjoy my time up there. But I will see you guys another time. Let's see, Night Trader. I'm going to plus to confirm my lines as well. Yes, Night Trader. And that's what I tell everyone to do. If you sign up for my morning alerts before you ever hear from my lips every morning, you need to go and put lines in. That way you can test yourself and see if you're good at putting lines in. Not that, again, I'm the almighty, albeit I'd say I'm pretty good. But that's what you need to do. Every single morning, test and challenge yourself. See where you want to put lines in, where you see support and resistance before you hear from me and my lips that morning. And where I see support and resistance at, you need to do that yourself and kind of backtest it. Yeah, Love Chip. Oh, yeah, it'll have to be like next year, Love Chip. Yeah, it won't be this year. Just Groot. It won't be this year, If I do anything trip-wise this year, it would be with Avery for our birthdays, our back-to-back birthdays and anniversary in October. November and December, I'll just be chug-a-lugging along, AKNR in January. And then spring, really looking at building the house, then the house will come. It'll probably be after the house is built is probably when it'll be. Once everything that's settled, like once that house is built, or like maybe toward the tail end of it, when I'm like almost built, and I'm like, okay, cool, everything's pretty much done. We're getting so close to where I'm like, and maybe and I can kind of see that where I have like a month of, like, hey, the house will be done in about a month, maybe 2 months. Point me right before I pack up, or because there will be certain things that I want to pack in here. I'll have movers do a lot of stuff, but I'm not going to I don't like movers touching my clothes and my TV. Well, they'll do the TVs. They'll do the TVs too. I was like, the TVs are getting too big now. I can't do an 85-inch alone. Anywho, but you can, when it gets to that point before I get the packing and ready for moving, and I kind of get that month of like, oh my God, antsiness, you know, that would be about the only time I could see it. Where I'm like, oh, I haven't, you know, I'm like, oh my God, I want to do something because I want the house so bad that I'll have like, let's get out and go to New York. Let's go do something. Because I'll not want to look at the house toward the end of it. You know, like it's not going to be like that every day I go look at it. I want to like I said, I want it when they put the framing up, so to speak. You know, I can go to when the framing's up and I can kind of like where like you see the wood framing, right? And you kind of feel like, okay, this will be the garage. And oh my God, look how massive the living room goes. Wow, look at this. Going to be the back pad. Oh man, this is where all the shitter's going to be, you know, whatever. I don't want to see it again until it's finished. Like I want it to be like when it's like one of those movie moments where you're just like, hallelujah, hallelujah. You know, like when you pull up to it and it's just like everything's slow motion and you're just like, this is our house. What the fuck? Avery. Fucking look how tall that roof is. You know, because I don't want to see how tall that's going to be a fucking tall ass roof. I mean, it's going to be a big house. You know, everyone's even like everyone's like, it's going to be a big guy. It's going to be a bigger guy for sure. I don't want it that way, but you know, I want it to feel that. I don't want to keep seeing it to where like when we move in, I'm like, yeah, used to it already. I want that day that it's done, you know, and then I've even told Avery, and Avery feels the same way. I want like, no lie, like a week of nothing in that house. I just want to go to it every day and just smell it. Like go over there for like an hour and just go, oh my God. And Avery's gonna be like, you're really, and she's gonna be like, you're really obnoxious. I can tell her. She's gonna tell you like, you're really obnoxious. She's like, I'm gonna go in the bathroom, another, because I'm gonna want that new house smell, you know, before anything's in there, where there's just like nothing but and I can go, hey, and you just hear the echo, you know, because the big open, you know, or whatever. I'm like, I want to do all that. Probably after Avery's like, and I know it. Probably after day 2, Avery's gonna be like, you can just go alone, you know, go do your thing, you know. Go have your alone time with the house. She's like, I better not catch you in no bathroom if I come over there and just come follow you. You know, you ain't gonna be in no bathroom doing anything weird, right? You know, I'm like, no, baby, I'm saving that for you. Countertop, kitchen, you know it. Shit, that's how we christening this baby girl. You know, we doing it the right way. Before the furniture's in here, you know, we going straight to the countertop. That 10-foot island you see right there, baby. Get ready. Z22 have 400 miles on it now. And do you take, oh yeah, for sure, Tay. You know I do. Well, not 400. It's got 380. I did drive it over the weekend because it was so beautiful out. It's got somewhere in the 380s. I forgot exactly where it's at now, Tay. Somewhere in the 380s. It's over 370 now. It was 370 on the dot when I asked y'all on Friday or whenever it was. I'm going to take your time, brother. Oh, yeah, for sure. Oh, I'll get up there, though, because we love that city. We love New York. We love the Northeast, you know, all the different areas you can go to. I know Dimpy's going to, you know, blah, 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 blah. You know, I know he's going to want to come down to the house after that's built anyway, and so I feel like I'll have to owe him that visit, so I'll definitely have to get up there and see him and his girl, Laura, because I know he's going to, even though I've already told him, he's going to still give me hella shit. When I tell him again, what I've already told him, that like, hey, you know, like when I'm, hey, send a wedding gift. And he's like, send a wedding gift? I should be getting it in person. It's all good. It is what it is. Groot. Yeah, if Groot wouldn't have happened, you know, if it wasn't for Groot, I'd be coming. But I just, it's a little too close. And then now we have to start the whole, I don't think that's right away, but I forgot how long that is. But in the next, you know, month or so, we're going to start, you know, I don't know how soon that, but the chemo and it's just, anyway, if it wasn't for Groot, but it's all good, Groot. I love you more than anything. You see the uptrend on Wheeler. Hope it squeezes. Let's go back to a small cap play that could be moving. Yeah, it's very low because of the volume. It's just like BLMZ, right? The play we just went over. When that volume really completely dies out, you're hoping for maybe a quick pop up. Most times you do, and that's why Myron. Did you catch it, Myron? I don't think, Myron, you caught it. But that's why I was telling Myron to go short at 295 into the VWAP. And then the safer area was just, of course, top at 335. But this was the first area, because that's typically what happens. So I could see that happening with Wheeler, where we get a small pop up, You know, almost the same chart setup as you can see at 875 roll as well into the VWAP, right? And you can go into the old support area into the VWAP and get a boop, boop, and right back on down. So if it squeezes, I'm going very little of a squeeze. And like a little, like I said on BLMZ, the reason I'm saying that, we just haven't moved as much in small caps. QH is about as good and as best as we've gotten here recently, in market especially. It's in continuation from an in-market play, which I told all you guys, if you remember my morning alerts and here in chat before I did leave this morning, I said QH, watch for a VWAP crack, short that VWAP crack for more short. My VWAP on Thinkorswim is at 60 cents, so you actually could have got any higher and had about a 20-cent short. But like we've seen in the bullish market of small caps that we've been in here recently, how many times, like myself, have been in a short, get out at the low of what you feel is a good short or target price, and you're out. You feel the play's dead. You actually get out at low of day, and the son of a gun runs to runs the rest of the day. We're in that time period, and that's as good as we've gotten. Well, if that's as good as we've got here recently, then this is most likely, if it does pop up, isn't going to go that much. Anyone have eyes on Verdon? Virgil. Y'all remember this guy, speaking of wrestling? Where's Tommy G at? Y'all remember old Virgil? Y'all remember Virgil? Tell me you guys remember Virgil. Tell me you guys remember Virgil. Oh, Virgil. Tell me. Tell me you guys didn't watch. Come on. Virgil. Y'all don't remember Virgil? He was always the goon, kind of the clown kind of guy. Hey, I think he had some, I guess maybe he had some belts at some time. NWO, he definitely was in NWO. NWO, he just became complete goon. There he is in the 80s. He's still looking pretty good, 90s he went, they kind of turned him into like a, yeah, you're the side guy, when he turned into the black and white Virgil. This Virgil was killing it. This Virgil right here, he was killing it. This guy had it going. Looked like a stripper. Kind of like a little stripper guy. Rest in peace, Virgil. That's right. Let's see. No, my mayor was a sheep. Oh man, you don't remember Virgil though? He was still around the same there. He was pretty close. You just saw him with. That's crazy. You don't remember him because you just saw him literally with Andre the Giant right here, right there. Virgil, my man. Though Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. He was always kind of that side guy. Maybe that's why. He was kind of, like, hey, man. The hell you doing, bro? Hey, man, I'm just trying to help out my goons over here. How he's, like, holding his hand up. He's helping Ted DiBiase up. It was like, why can't he be beating people up? Oh, man. All the death and legacy of Hercules Hernandez. I don't remember Hercules Hernandez. I don't remember this guy. Can't say I remember him, but he does have Hulk Hogan up and looks to be putting a finishing move on him. We could do like commentating on wrestling matches that are pictures that are already over. And Hulk's up! Hulk's in the torture chamber! Looks like the torture chamber, torture rack, whatever Lex Luger called it. That's my bike. Nice, PJ. What's up, PJ24? QH, boom. Oh, there we go. There's that pop up on QH. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. That's all. This is a small cap play for longs. Holding the trend line still as well. Hell yeah. Downtrend break. Hell yeah. Can I get a hell yeah? Beer me. Gotta get all rough. Poor busted knees Stone Cold. I wonder what would happen to Stone Cold's career if he wouldn't have just gotten beat on up. Kind of reminds me of the Larry Bird of wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Pretty good similarity right there, right? Larry Bird, if his poor knees and back, if he could have lasted longer and never was hurting all the damn time. Kind of like Stone Cold. Both really good. Both just beat up. My bad. AMD, as we talked about, not going short until where? Last Thursday's high of day of 141, what did I say, 50-ish area, right? So not quite there yet, but this does have room into that 141.35, 141.65 area. I know we asked about that one earlier, but AMD's still going good. What's up, JYD? Doing good, bro. Just another day. Kind of tired. I don't know why. I slept like a rock last night. I notice that, though, too, sometimes when I sleep really good. I'm not tired. I'm just yawny. Probably need some food. Body needs a little food. I can feel it. Need a little food maybe in me. A little energy going. I haven't eaten. Never eaten. I mean, I'm never really that hungry anyway. Not that I'm even that hungry right now. Just a little lackluster on the energy. A little slow down. We'll get that going when we get done going live. We'll get some food going. Get the stitches taken out for Groot today. So hopefully I'll get a call here about Lola, my bunny. Hopefully she'll be coming out of surgery anytime now, or is, and get a call back that she's good. And I say surgery, but they have to essentially remove some dental stuff. Bunnies build up some damn shit in their mouth. I'm like, really? They build an abscess up in their mouth? Damn, guys. Gross. It's like big ass thing, a block of cheese that they have to go in and kind of get out, and they have to put them, they have to put them under, obviously they can't just do that with them just laying there. So anyway, obviously, hopefully, again today, all goes good. Prayers for Lola Bunny, and she's good to go. And then I'm back and I'm rocking and rolling, because that actually happened before Groot, as I was talking about this earlier, but that happened before Groot. I noticed her chipmunk face, and I'm like, what the hell is going on with you? Anyway, it was now found out that having all these animals, you find out new stuff. And I'm like, oh, bunnies get abscess buildup, like in their teeth, whatever, like their teeth, there'll be like an infection. It ends up being on the end. Anyway, I'm not going to go through it. So you can take antibiotics, but usually never gets rid of it. And so you have to go in and they have to like put a, like essentially get in there and get rid of it. Clean it out and such. Yee gee golly. You spend $400 freaking $500 on Lola now. But Groot had been crazy. Lola, that happened before Groot. Then, okay, she's good. She's fine. It's not life-threatening. Groot came up. Is life-threatening. Take care of Groot. Now back to Lola. And in the meantime, perfect timing to where Groot has to get his stitches out today. So I'll be on back with Groot this afternoon. So they haven't seen Groot here. The vet in Little Rock that originally, that I took him to that diagnosed it, 3 weeks ago, yesterday, which was a Monday. Anyhow. So, just like, that's why I keep saying, hopefully tomorrow I'm back. Can kind of get my feet going again. Because, like, every time I get in about second gear, something kind of, pit stop, got to do this. So, same thing with, last weekend to really yesterday. And yesterday I didn't really get because I had to take Lola in yesterday. Then again today for the actual procedure. So, hopefully tomorrow, it's through the rest of the month, and I really won't hopefully miss another morning with you guys until my birthday, somewhere around there, and then I'll definitely take some time off. Won't be doing any one-on-ones or morning alerts for at least 2 or 3, going live. I'm going to take 2 or 3 days off or something. Beef ribs for lunch. Ooh, abscess. I'll take some beef ribs for lunch. Now, for lunch today, I'm just going to do I'm always light for lunch, because I may eat heavier for dinner. I never know how much I'll eat for dinner. It just depends on how hungry I am, and sometimes it's more than others. Woo! Look at AMD going to Thursday's high of day like we talked about. So today I'll probably eat some... hummus. I got this little triple pack hummus dip. Really good. Roasted pepper. One's like a jalapeno one and one's a normal hummus. Really good. So good. I'll get some celery. Get my little blue corn tortilla chips or whatever. Munch on the hummus. Probably make a half sandwich. That's always my lunch. Somewhere right around there. Half sandwich, if anything, and then some fruit and vegetables of some sort. That'll be lunch every single day. Like yesterday, I love a banana with peanut butter crackers. Because peanut butter and bananas, anyway, I don't know if you've had that before. It's really good. But I love the crunch with the crackers that go with it. So I had peanut butter crackers yesterday, like Ritz peanut butter crackers with a banana and then a half sandwich. So that's usually lunch, something along those lines. And then dinner, last night, we talked about it already, it was marvelous. It was wings. I've had this before. We talked about the bar a little. I just had it earlier this year. Never had wings before until this place up in Jersey, where they served it with what I would have at Fogo, which would be like jalapeno, onions, and bell pepper all kind of cut up together and kind of cooked in a pan. Nice, hot, fresh. Oh man, it was the pairing of the two. So I did that last night with some wings and some fresh cut French fries. Tonight, back to the beef stew, and that beef stew is gonna be so money. It's gonna be some money. After a couple of days, you cook it and you let it simmer a little bit later again after sitting for a couple of days. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Peanut butter and bananas with honey. Now, oh yeah, JYD for sure. Honey, a little too much sugar there. I try to stay away from sugar. Most days, if I ever have sugar, it is at lunch. Sometimes it's at night, but even at night, you know, because everyone knows we love adults as we get older. A bowl of cereal is never in the morning anymore. If we have cereal, it's at night as a dessert. And so I always get like just cornflakes, not frosted cornflakes, just corn. And no, I don't put sugar on it. You know, just get Corn Chex, just get Rice Krispies, something that has no sugar added or no sugar really in it. Because man, sugar, like you go look at a cereal box, and it'll be 12 grams of sugar plus 12 grams added, and you're like 24 grams of sugar, and then it's like a third of a cup, and like a third of a cup. Ain't no one pouring no half or third of whatever it is that they say you need to eat. I'll spoil some every once in a while. I'll spoil ourselves. I'll spoil and do the, you know, I love cereal. There's not a cereal I probably don't like. I mean, from oh my god, all the different Chex that are out there, to the different Wheaties that are out there, and the different cornflakes or whatever that are out there, different Cheerios that are out there, the different Rice Krispie whatevers that are out there, the different Cocoa Puffs, and of course, who doesn't love Cap'n Crunch and the berries and the. Oh, I love Raisin Bran. I can go all through different cereals. They're all just packed full of sugar though. Again, because you're supposed to eat it in the morning, right? Kids especially, so it gives you that sugar, and you're gonna wear it off throughout the day. I just don't eat till 1 o'clock, 1:30, and I'm not gonna have a bowl of cereal for lunch.